going to do this in spite of Robert's objections.
Mary, Robert doesn't think for me.
Glory be to God, I wonder who does. Oh, Catherine, I have such a weak feeling in my heart about this journey. It's bad for you.
I'm playing concerts.
Oh, but Catherine, if I may say so, your rent is paid. You don't need the money, and you certainly don't need Paul DeVore.
Mary, please, just stop.
Catherine, I would stop it. If I was just a common worker who didn't care about you, I would have stopped long ago. But you see, you've got to know that your heart has flown to Robert. Why don't you admit it? How can you keep lying to yourself?
Everybody say that I'm lying to myself. I mean, they're treating me like a child.
No one said that.
If you can see my heart, Mary, you can see my finger, and on this finger is an engagement ring. And an engagement ring means I made a promise, and I hope I keep my promises.
Taxi for the airport?
You have the right house. Catherine.
Yes, would you please take those bags outside, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Just listen to reason.
I really hear you, and I have to do what is right.
Well then, God bless you, child. And you be sure and call Robert before you take off for Los Angeles.
Yes, I will. And you remember that I love you.
Oh, you say that, but I don't believe it. Oh, darling. Take care of yourself.
Well, Elliot was obviously still here when Carlton and Felicia left. That was
about 11 this morning.
When was she seen next? Her vital signs were recorded by the duty nurse.
Not Bobby?
No, Rosemary Petrie was on duty. I'm supervisor.
That was at 11:45, and she was seen by Dr. Cooper on rounds at noon. All right, then at 12:15, Bobby called us and told us Ariel was missing.
15 minutes is enough time for someone to disappear.
Yeah. Nobody gets out of here in hospital gowns.
Now, Robert, painful as it is, somebody has to notify Lady Ashton's husband.
Not just yet. Look, is there any possibility she could have just walked out of here?
Well, Dr. Cooper found a very weak neuromuscular response throughout her body consistent with the action of the poison.
In other words, she couldn't walk.
That's right.
All right. I don't want anybody notified just at the moment until we figure out how, why, and maybe with whom she left the premises.
What do you need from me?
Access to the personnel on duty at the time and a room to talk to them in. We'll start with Rosemary Petrie. I've got a team coming over here in roughly about 20 minutes to go right through the place.
Yeah, but somebody had to see something. People just don't disappear.
I can't believe you guys are not seeing what is right in front of your faces. I mean, this police procedure is just a waste of time. We know very well who took her out of here.
Colton.
All right. Let them play it out, all right, Princess? Just let them play it out.
Just something to eat? Cup of coffee, perhaps?
No, thank you. Well, a cup of coffee would be nice if it's not too much trouble.
Not at all, sir. Right away.
Thank you very much.
I got here quickly for a reason.
What is that?
You piqued my curiosity on the telephone. I'm looking forward to this talk.
So am I, but we're going to have to wait for a minute if you get my drift.
Good afternoon. My dear Nicholas, I don't know if you've had this experience, but some disasters cut so deep that even my old chum, alcohol, fails to reach them. It's like so much ice water serving merely to further chill the old veins, don't you know? As a consequence, I'm giving it up.
Believe it or not, I do know about such things firsthand. I know that you have suffered great losses and you're in great pain. You have my sympathy.
My thank you. Please don't ask if there's anything you can do to help. I might just tell you.
You certainly know how sorry I feel about all this.
Why, yes, dear Tracy, I know exactly how sorry you are. Well, perhaps I should leave you to your privacy.
Privacy.
Exactly.
Thank you. We certainly appreciate that. Nicholas, why don't we go out on the veranda?
Monica, the very person I wanted to see. Is Ariel making any progress?
Oh, well, I haven't seen her since this morning, but she was still unconscious. Her vital signs are good, though.
Oh, well, good. Then soon she'll be up and about.
Well, there's no reason to believe otherwise.
Oh, that's very good. Good.
Is Alan home?
No. That's old Van Buren and Tracy cooking up some diabolical plot, I shouldn't wonder.
Knowing Tracy, that's exactly what's happening.
Listen, Monica, I haven't really had the opportunity to thank you for the kindness that you've shown towards Ariel and myself. You've not only been a jolly good friend, but also a jolly good doctor to her.
Well, Larry, this has been, sure, a very painful situation for you. Whoever was out to get you succeeded, that's for sure.
I dare say I brought a lot of these problems on myself.
Well, whatever, I want you to know that you and Ariel are more than welcome to stay here in this house as long as you like.
That's really frightfully decent of you. I dare say that Alan's getting ready to evict the both of us as soon as Ariel is...
Alan has nothing to do with this. You see, this is my house, and you are my guests, so it doesn't matter what Alan thinks.
Well, I'm profoundly touched. Thank you. Thank you.
I'll get it. Hello?
Monica, this is Colton Shore calling.
Yes, Colton.
I was wondering if Nicholas Van Buren is there.
Yes, he is, as a matter of fact. Would you like to talk to him?
No. Matter of fact, don't even tell him that I called. I'm on my way.
Glad you came down. I didn't think you would.
Well, Jennings told me that you told him it was important. What's up?
It is. It's amazing with all the room around here. We might as well be living in a glass house wired for sound. There's no place to talk. Not to mention the hospital.
You know, that's true, actually. Especially with everything that's happened to your father. I just left him. Never seen a more beaten man.
I feel sorry for him, too, but my father's troubles are not what I had to talk about.
What do you have to talk about?
Well, I know you didn't think that I was listening to you when you warned me to be careful about Alan. That when he gets jealous, he has a real capacity for violence.
I can't say that enough, Nat. I mean, we could both be dead.
Well, at first, it was a little hard to accept, I admit, but now after seeing Alan since Grandfather died and since he found out that the will had been changed over to me...
The mere thought of that makes him crazy.
I don't blame him. I mean, waiting around all this time for the will and having it snatched away from him like that part I understand. I was willing to share it with him. But now he blames me for Grandfather's change of heart.
Yeah, that's true.
You know how infuriating that is? I love Grandfather. I would never interfere with family business like that.
Ned, I believe you. It's Alan you have to convince. What do you want to do? Do you want to give Alan your inheritance?
No, absolutely not. Alan has called this combat. He's the one dragging me into court, accusing me of immoral things. If I give him the money back, it looks like I'm agreeing with him, that I'm admitting to all this.
Yes, but if you fight him, you're going to make him crazier, and you could push him right over the edge.
I don't care. I can take care of myself, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. He wants a fight, he's got one.
Ned, listen, you
Don't talk me out of this thing. I've listened to you before, and it's got me nowhere with the man. He wants to challenge Grandfather's will? Fine. Let him bring on the artillery. I'll fight him word for word, hand to hand, man.
Ned,
I just think we finally have all the pieces of the puzzle in our hands. It would be Charlie Prince's hands. It would be criminal not to go ahead with the quest.
And you would like me to provide the financial support?
Well, yes, because I trust you so implicitly, your integrity and discretion.
I'm flattered. But you know, Tracy, the more people that know about this, the more dangerous it becomes.
I haven't told anybody except my son, Ned.
Just the kind of adventure a young man would like.
Beg pardon, Miss Tracy. Your mother would like to see you upstairs, if you please.
Thank you, Jennings. Tell her I'll be right up, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, I'll be gone for a moment. Please, if you'll excuse me, and don't move a muscle.
I won't move.
I'm going to close the door so you stay here.
Thank you. Amazing. Oh, it just walks right into my hands.